Welcome everybody back to another Boldcast reaction. I'm Carson.
I'm Lindsay.
This is Naruto Shippuden episode 132. What happened last time?
Last time the fight continued. Jiraiya went honored sage mode. Pain is bringing out all these different summons rather than actually fight. I have had several ideas on that last time. I guess we can just get into it this time on Naruto.
Indeed. Hope you guys like and subscribe if you like Naruto Shippuden, if you like our reactions. Hope you'll check out patreon.com/boldcast to get more of that. Get a week ahead if you're watching on Patreon. Thank you very much for your support. And support the official release. Netflix, Crunchyroll, manga, do what you gotta do. Come here to hear what we have to say, not just to rewatch the show. We're not providing a market substitute to watching on legal channels. Let's go.
Three of them. What's going on here? How could there be three Rinnegan? Well, I guess it's about time for me to make my move. From this moment onward, let Sage Jutsu prevail and triumph. Look to the halos and heavenly canopies. Gallant Jiraiya shall... Are you so loud, would ya?
Oh, shin kick to the fucking face.
Nice.
Boy, bring the oil and pour your wind style.
Yes, ma'am. Sage Art, fan the boiling oil.
It's pretty cool.
You think it worked?
Yeah.
They're all dead.
Oh, the oil just vanished.
They should have been blasted by it.
That one probably has tricks up his sleeve, too.
How about all of us go check it out in closer?
Let's go.
Let's go!
Oh my god.
Massive Rascal.
He's absorbing my whole jutsu. That must be what he did earlier, too.
Behind you! Huh? You've taken his back.
What? He blocked my Sage Mode attack without even looking. Sage Art!
Distraction. A panda? Panda-san. No!
Really don't like this fight.
Why?
Talked about it's just like very unsettling to me.
You don't like it like you think it's a bad fight, or
No, like
Instead, he blocked it with a summoning without
it's a
ever
scary
turning around.
fight.
it's yes, because you just have no fucking idea what's even going on.
Contact between them at all. Even if all three are sensory types, they still have to see an attack coming to be able to counter it.
Fall back for now, Jiraiya boy.
Right.
He's escaped into the pipes.
Just who or what is pain?
Well, it's still not clear. We don't know that yet. But there is a wee little bit that we can figure out all on our own. Vision is linked, and they share images between them. That's the ability that those eyes possess.
Yes, but what does all of that mean exactly? And how is that an advantage in battle?
What do you mean, how is that an advantage in battle?
Well then, we'll have to split them up and fight them separately. I'm absolutely positive I can win facing them one-on-one. But since they possess such abilities, fighting as a team would have to be their base mode of attack. They do all they can not to get split
Also,
up.
there's more than 3.
Tai Jutsu isn't going to work against him, and any ninjutsu would be just absorbed like before.
If taijutsu and ninjutsu
And we still haven't even actually seen them fight.
genjutsu.
They've only
They'll
defended
have to pick it up
themselves.
when it comes to using
And they can
genjutsu.
apparently just suck stuff into the void.
Genjutsu.
They're former students of yours, then they undoubtedly know that you don't use genjutsu very much. But that might just give us an opening that we can use.
No way! I'm not gonna do it! You understand me?
What are you two talking about?
Listen, Ma, world peace could very well be hanging on the outcome of this battle right here. So this is no time for you to be selfish.
I don't care about the senile old geezer's prophecies.
The great Lord Elder told us to get along, or did you conveniently forget that again?
I can't sing a duet with Paul. Not at this plump, ripe old age. It's embarrassing.
Huh? What, a duet?
The most powerful genjutsu is a jutsu where we confound an opponent's sense of hearing with song.
It's the only way that they
Huh?
can.
I see. So that's why we retreated.
That's
Their
correct.
senses are their most powerful weapon.
Very powerful, but it's
Then
one
they need to
major
mess with them.
weakness is that once we make a sound, our whereabouts are revealed to the enemy. To make it work, we have to combine the sounds.
I love all the frog imagery. It's great.
I have a plan in mind, but it's a gamble. A big one.
Do tell.
Please begin.
You're just creeped the fuck out. I can tell.
I don't. It's
You're
just
so
really
taken
creepy.
aback.
That sound. It's frogs croaking. Genjutsu. A shadow clone.
Fire style! Giant flame bomb!
So that's who.
Good. My gamble paid off. That big guy went after the jutsu to absorb it just like I thought. So it's just as I suspected. Each of them only possesses a single type of ability. Right now, the big one's eyes are focused on my jutsu. That other one I blinded earlier. So now there's only one of them. Still looking at me. Gotcha.
I can't move. This is the dark swamp.
A little more!
Now we're finally one-on-one.
Ah.
I'm not letting you suffer.
Oh, it's so creepy. The fuck?
So, you got us.
You're trapped inside a genjutsu paralysis that binds your psyche. Now none of your bodies, even your main body, will be able to move at all.
Whoa.
Jiraiya Sensei. I didn't expect a genjutsu like this from you, of all people.
I thought I taught you better. Don't let your guard down no matter who your opponent is. Nagato, you erred in your decision.
All I want to do is protect those two, no matter what kind of pain I may be forced to endure.
Instead of trying to rule the world through pain, I wish you'd moved past it and used your power to create peace in a positive way. For just a little while there, I believed that you were the one. Farewell, Nagato.
Holy shit.
It's finally over. How are you guys doing? You all right?
Boy, that genjutsu song is certainly hard on the throat, I'll tell you that.
You see, I believe I finally made my selection.
Didn't you teach me never to let my guard down? Did you forget, Jiraiya Sensei?
Lad, your left arm, you're injured.
I'm aware of that.
What is going on?
He was probably summoned earlier, but we weren't aware of it until now.
I see. Back before they got caught under our genjutsu then.
All right, then.
The 6 paths of pain in attendance.
6 now? We have to face 6 of them?
And take a good close look. The 3 that we just took down are among them too.
The only thing I can think of is that the newly summoned ones must have revived them with some sort of jutsu.
They're a jutsu that can revive as many as 3 people when they're undoubtedly dead and gone. Are these guys even human at all?
Who knows? Just what exactly are you, Pain?
That name is an alias. Pain is actually a designation that refers to the 6 of us as a group.
But why? Why are there 6 Rinnegan bearers? You're...
You're what? What'd you think of that episode?
It's so frustrating when you have to operate with knowledge that, like, the characters don't know. Of, like, he's like, yeah, there's only 3 of them. But then we know
Exactly.
that there's more than 3 of them. So the whole time it's like, no matter what he does to these 3, it doesn't even matter. And they're not, like, they're not, like, people anyway, necessarily. Like, from, like, my sort of, like, what I've
Your
sort
plan?
of, my plan about all this. They're not just, like, 6 different people with the thing. They're, like, the same guy split off all 6 of his, like, natures into 6 different people. So, but, like, not necessarily people, like, bodies, like, houses for that part of him. So, it's the same, we're dealing with another fucking immortal enemy. Every time it's like someone, it's like, yeah, you can't really just kill them. You can never just kill them. You thought you killed them, but you didn't. Either they get brought back to life, or they just didn't die in the first place because they weren't human in the way that humans are, you know what I mean? It's just weird. It's just weird, you know, like...
It's fucking weird.
And it's like, oh, we're like this group. And it's like... Okay, like it's like it's so, now there's like so many levels. Like there's the Akatsuki, and then there's Pain, who is fake in charge of the Akatsuki, but really answers to Madara Uchiha, who knows what his plan, who knows, because like at this point it's like, all the members of the Akatsuki have their own plans, the Akatsuki have their own plan that's fake, Pain has his own plan, but seemingly, I'm sure Madara Uchiha is not just going along with Pain. Like, oh yeah, Pain, your plan is the only plan that I want. Like, I'm sure he's using him for whatever he wants, which we still don't know. So now we're like so many levels into these plans and groups and secrets. It's just like...
Are you saying that's bad?
No,
or...
I'm saying it's good, but I'm saying it's like... It's just like, how can you, like, they're, and like, not even Jiraiya, like,
You're like fumbling with your pen, you're so
Jiraiya
frustrated.
is fighting Pain, but like, Naruto and everyone else, their biggest thing is like the Akatsuki. The Akatsuki are like the big thing. Once we take down the Akatsuki, then we're done. But it's like, no, you're not, because even if they killed all of the Akatsuki, like, other than Pain, or, like, you know what I mean, like, it just seems like there's no way to win. You know what I mean? Like, it's getting increasingly like we're on the wrong side of things. Not necessarily on the wrong side, but like the enemy is just continually getting stronger and stronger in every sense of that. Meanwhile, Jiraiya's just out here, lost his arm now with 2 old people frogs.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
it's just like, what can you do? And even though the Pain's main motivation has been revealed to Jiraiya, like, what does that matter if he can't tell anyone? Like, if no one, like, you know what I mean?
Pain's true what? Sorry, I blanked
His
out there.
plan, like, his like, oh, we're actually getting the Noun test for this. It's like, what can you do with that information even at this point? You know? It's just such an unfair fight. You know?
The cards are really stacked against him. And yeah, it's that whole thing of like operating with knowledge that the characters don't have. It's frustrating, but not in like a this is bad or like why did they tell us that or whatever. It's just like in that moment, Jiraiya only thinks there's 3 of them. he didn't even consider that there was more. And that's like a legitimate lapse in judgment, because like if there's 3, there's possibly more, but he completely...
Well, when you're up against an enemy that's like barely revealing anything to you.
Yeah, he's not talking. That's partly why I think you're really unsettled.
Yeah, every other Naruto villain is like, you're a dirty rat!
Yeah. I've been saving this jutsu. Like, we're used to Orochimaru and shit, where like they explain everything.
Well, even like the other Akatsuki members, like Sasori was like, oh yes, my next thing explains it. Deidara is like, oh, now for my next bomb that I developed to kill Itachi.
Pain is not leading anything. Like, he's not giving us a fucking thing, except for what you can pick up based on what he's doing.
But he's not... The worst thing is he's not really attacking necessarily. Like, he's not, like, doing anything that reveals too much about... Like, nothing he's doing is revealing anything. Oh, he's revealing that one of his guys can, like, absorb stuff. And another one can summon stuff. Mm-hmm. But there's 4 more. It seems like there's nothing that can be done against someone who's so mysterious. It's like you're fighting a group of 6 people who are actually all the same person, but seem like, and all specialize in different things, and are all 100% literally in each other's eyes and heads, and just know what to do. Mm-hmm. And it's like, how do you, a one person with 2 frogs, have any chance against 6 of the most, like, they have, like, the most powerful eyes of all time, basically. And then they all have the, like, orange hair, except for the one of them, which I would guess is the, like, his true form or whatever, or, like, the original dude, because he didn't look
Which one?
The guy that doesn't have orange hair.
With the spikes on his head?
Yeah.
Is that who you're referring to? Who, like, showed up behind him?
Yeah, I think so. And then when we see them all, he's, like, on the left-hand side. But he's the only one who, like, looks out of place. So, and I had been saying before, and, like, they all have, like, the same colored hair, which I'm guessing is, like, originally I was like, oh, maybe he stole the body of his friend, but maybe that friend actually died. This putting hair on all of these things is actually a tribute to your dead friend that you couldn't protect. I don't know. It's just getting weirder and weirder, and I know maybe I seems like I'm not into it, but I'm just like,
I don't think it seems like you're
I'm
not
just
into
like
it.
Unsettled by it because it's so not.
I didn't get the idea that you weren't liking it. I was just making sure that you said what you were actually feeling, and so that it wasn't left up to interpretation. That people are like, oh, she's not even liking the fucking. Why would I watch this shit?
You know, that's what I'm saying. It's just.
You're just trying to figure it out, but it's you can't. Big Brain Lindsay has nowhere to go when the villain isn't like just
isn't giving
spouting his exact fucking like everything that he's doing.
I'm like analyzing everything. I'm like, okay, they all have these weird like spike things in them. They all have the same color hair. They all like kind of look like his friend that may or may not have been possessed or just killed or like what, you know what I mean? Yeah. But it's like there's only so much you can get, and it's just like he's so unlike any of the other villains that it's just like what can you do about him? You can't like outsmart him, or like it's seemingly like you can't really outsmart him because there's 6 of them, you know? Mm-hmm. I don't know. It's just like
there's no blind spot.
Yeah.
Like I love that they compared it to the Byakugan in that way, because like Neji was so fucking proficient that like he had just a little tiny space that was a blind spot, and he like found a way to counteract it by like looking around and shit and moving his head. But in this case, don't even have to do that. It's just, you know, it's not 360 degrees, but yeah, it's just
I mean, it's like if you have more than one of you there, it's pretty much like 360 degrees. Like if you have 6 of you,
exactly.
You can see everywhere.
If you're all looking in a different direction, like
even if you're not like necessarily facing exactly in the opposite directions, like, you know what I mean? Like, a range of vision is, like, fairly big, you know?
Yes, well, we're going to see what happens on the next episode. If you can't wait to see that on YouTube, you can go to patreon.com/boldcast to get a week ahead on Naruto Shippuden. You can also get uncut reactions there, because I don't know how I'm going to edit these, but there's undoubtedly going to be things cut out. So check out patreon.com/boldcast, link in the description. Hope you leave a like and subscribe if you like Naruto Shippuden, and if you want to see the next one. But we're just going to watch it right now. Hope you guys enjoy. See you in the next one. I'm Carson.
I'm Lindsay.